Elk hunting runs in the blood with the Fosters. Brothers Grant and Brett Foster are two of the most accomplished elk hunters that I personally know. They have successfully hunted several western states and have taken numerous quality elk. Now it's time to pass the torch as Grant is taking his son Stephen to Wyoming on his first ever elk hunt. Of course, along to help on Stephen's first elk hunt is his uncle Brett. This truly is a family endeavor. And to make things interesting, due to the time constraints, they only have one day to get this done.
Thoughts on your first morning of elk hunting?
Oh, it was a great morning. We went to this spot that Seth and the guide found. It was a good spot. Unfortunately, there was a fence dividing the bulls from us, and it was private property, but we got the bulls to come right up next to the fence. My dad decoyed them. Uncle Brett called, my dad called, got them right up to the fence. Drew my bow 35 yards away from one bull. Another bull came close to the fence about 90 yards away, too far. Both bulls I would have shot had I had the opportunity. And then on our way back to the car, we got a radio from Seth saying that on top of the mountain on top of the hill there was a bull bugling. Not a shooter for him, but it was a shooter for me. So we called with it. My dad called with it for about an hour. Then we finally went up, tried to stalk into it. Got about 45 yards away, quartering towards. Didn't have a chance. It was just too quick. I didn't feel comfortable taking the shot. But tonight we're gonna head up there just a couple minutes and see what we can find. Maybe do some calling sequences and just
We're gonna call in a bull for you, man.
whack a bull.
Bull whack.
It's gonna happen.
We're gonna call this Bull Whack Summit.
Bull whack summit.
A1 Archery, hunting 365, no off season. With only one day to hunt, these guys are hunting hard, trying to make something happen. The weather is great today, which is a blessing, since this truly is a single day hunt.
Stay high till we get a good locate, and then once we locate, we determine when. If the wind's coming like this, we hear down there, we'll circle around. If the bull's down there and the wind's coming like this, we'll go up here. You play the wind. The wind is huge.
I go this direction. I think he's on the other side of this loop. Good idea.
Would you rather go down this ridge or locate and go high?
That's the herd bull we chased. Now he's got. This bull's trying to decide what to do.
One mad last dash right before dark. Can the Foster boys get it done? The light is getting really low, so I had to lighten up the video, which made it a little grainy. Lucky to have a good teacher, Stephen does a great job of following Uncle Brett's instructions.
Nice work, Stephen. That is awesome.
Thank you so much.
No off season, baby.
No off season.
Ranging pretty good.
I tried. You know, it's a little low light. I tried to get on it. Hey, you gotta love it, man.
That was fun.
Oh,
think I might have hit him. I don't know.
Well, you know what, Steve? It's dead.
Wow. That's a nice buck.
Hey, whether you hit it or not, Steve, what a flippin' asshole. It's a dead elk.
Let's go get your elk! Woo!
Just found my bull about 45 minutes ago, piled up here. Thank goodness to Uncle Brett who found it, who saw it pile up. I'm so happy right now. We were right about to leave, take off and call it a night, and my dad and my Uncle Brett decided we're gonna come down and try and get this guy that's screaming down in the bottom. We were calling with him. My dad pulled up a decoy. He saw us, caught him at 40 yards, drew back, had to readjust a little bit, but I got a good shot off. I drilled him and I felt good about the shot. And this sucker piled up about 160 yards from where I shot him. So I'm really excited right now. My first bull elk.
Pull those antlers down a little bit so they can see those swords. There you go. Look at that. Nice. Absolutely. And the Primos calls.
The Primos calls.
Stopped them.
The good karma hat.
Absolutely.
Give it to the good karma hat.
Absolutely. How'd that bow shoot for you?
This bow shot awesome. This Hoyt, the arrow.
Total pass through.
Drilled it, double lunged it, right where I was aiming for.
Nice work. The Easton Arrows did the job.
Did the job. Perfect.
Nice job, Stephen.
Thank
Congratulations.
You so Thank you so much. I can't believe
What a father and son
it
opportunity.
was awesome. My first bull elk got lucky enough to be a 6 points, and don't ask me how. I focused. I felt relaxed.
It's Steve's first elk hunt where he's hunting.
I
mean, we took 2 days off from school at Dixie College, and I was talking to Brett about should we do it or not, and we're like, how can we pass up this chance? Steve's going on a mission in January or thereabouts, and we're like, hey, we gotta help Steve have a fun elk hunt. And so we snuck around. We were into bulls all night long, and just before it got dark, we said, where should we go? And I'm like, there's a bull down here. We snuck down. We got right on top of it. And right when we pulled the corner, we heard him bugle. I backed up, did some calls. Steve and Brett are right together. And Steven ends up drawing his bow, sneaking around to get the clean shot, drills this guy double lung from 40 yards, man.
I'm telling you what.
And I watched the whole thing, man. I saw him draw and release the arrow, and I'm like, I'm way behind him, so I didn't know if it hit, but I'm like, did you hit it? And he goes, man, Dad, I think I made a clean release. He goes, I was actually pretty calm overall. Full draw is when he inched his way so he had a clean shot.
That's exactly right. He drew, he kind of saw some motion, but didn't know. I had a call in my mouth. I range found it, and I said 40 yards. He sidestepped.
Yeah, that's my boy.
He sidestepped, awesome. and I stopped him with that Primos ivory plate. And Steven, man, I'm telling you what, he was like his dad, man. He went into hunter mode. Congratulations, Steven.
Thank you so much. I'll never forget this. Thank you guys both so much.
Good job, buddy.
I can't believe I killed my first bull elk. It's a beautiful night. I'll never forget this hunt. Thank you, Uncle Brett. Thank you, Dad. It was just a perfect setup, great team effort. Something I'm never gonna forget.
A1 Archery, hunting 365, no off season.